to show you that I ain't mad at you for some stupid shit you said, I want to shake your hand so we may bury the hatchet and have some more respect. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, you called me like a bitch, like a bunch of times in front of everybody. He was like, well, fucking, like, why you being sensitive and shit? I was like, why am I being sensitive? You call me a bitch in front of everybody, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, we at work, bro. Like, of course I ain't gonna do or say nothing at work. You know, and he's like, well, what about this shit you said? I was like, what'd I say? And he's like, what about that one shit? And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that shit. Oh, all of a sudden you forget? And I was like, well, what? What the fuck? I was like, so just because I said that one thing, you gonna call me a bitch in front of everybody? Like, what the fuck? So I don't know, man. My whole point is, like, double check. I made a whole scenario in my head, and it wasn't even really, like, what was the truth. You get what I mean? So double check.
Mash Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue sky. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower. Just let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. Just let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. Just let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. Just let them know that it's the gods hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Sorbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merga Superior Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy Mr. Nine Times. Yeah, man. Today's mathematics, it is, it's still wisdom and culture freedom, all being born to equality. So let's do wisdom and culture, all being born to equality. So the more we build upon our wise actions with our culture, which is basically the people that surround us, the culture that we bring about with our family and friends, the more we could use our wise words and our wise actions with our culture, the people around us, the people that we love, the people that we cherish, the more equality we bring into the world to foster more positivity and peace. Peace. Today's drip check, we have, I think, purple 992s. These are fucking fire. I mean, I paid the premium on these. Hold on, let me check these bitches on StockX. I guarantee you right the fuck now, I hear feedback. Hold on. Yeah. All right, I don't hear myself anymore. These shits, I bet you they dropped in price on StockX. StockX, y'all gotta give me the bag, bruh. I'm over here. This is the second shit in a row where I'm not even like where I'm promoting everybody. I'm pretty sure these are purple. These are actually really fucking comfortable. Let's see. Let me see. There's actually a lot of purple New Balance. If these aren't the 992s, they're the 993s or the 990s. Let me see. What the fuck? These aren't... I swear these are 992s. Let's do 990s. This is what I don't like about New Balance. They're all the same, and they're one fucking shit off. They're one number off. I think these are 993s based off of the N. But you know what I really like? I've always loved the N on the New Balance, especially these. There's some that look too big, like you see, and this is another thing, like with Asics, they're all like fucking numbers and shit. It ain't like the Jordan where it's like it's like his first year, the second year. Like, okay, we could go in chronological order, but when we go into like, there's literally 990s all the way up to like 999, I think, you know? And it's just fucking confusing because it's like, I'm trying to look which one it is, and it's not even like available, which fucking is so confusing. The ends I like are on the 997 H's. These, I don't know which, I don't even know which one. The 9060s, they're kind of big. but I could swear these are 990 V2s. I could be wrong. Yeah, because they have the USA on the heel, but I can't find them here. I just wanted to see like where it is, because I feel like with sneakers right now, they're all tanking. Like they're all not in demand anymore. People don't give a fuck like about the price. About sneakers. They want to collect Pokemon cards. I don't know. 992 Violet Purple are $530. That's beautiful. I'm glad. I am not gonna buy those. There's just like, I think too many New Balances that have the same sort of numbers and shit. I literally can't find these. What the fuck, guy? All right, this is taking too long. I don't. It's not that important, but I really like these. Who knew purple and orange? That's the Vikings, right? That every time I look at like certain colorways and shit, I'm like, okay, like what team is that? You know, because you want to talk about like black and blue. That's the Panthers, right? Right, Carolina Panthers. Or am I tripping? You know, you want to do black and gold. You talking about the Saints. Black and silver, Raiders. You want to do red and gold. You got the Niners. Blue and silver, Cowboys. There's just so many shits that it relates to a team, but I got Fila sweats. I need some new sweats and shit. I need to design new sweats. I got I think this is the Everlasting Imperial fucking, what is it? The gray tank top, and then just the Eddie Bauer jacket. And we're in another heat wave. This is the third heat wave I think we've recorded on the podcast. This might actually be the fourth one, because last year I think we had one somewhere like around like the end of the summer. I know for sure we had one in October, which is so weird. I'll never forget, like, it's October and I'm sitting in front of the fucking like AC fans we have. Like we have the big ass fans at work, and I'm just sitting in front of that shit, and it's spraying like the cool water or whatever the fuck, and that shit's just hitting my glasses. So my glasses were all fucking soaked with water and shit, condensation or whatever from the fan. And what is it? Yeah, so that was a heat wave, and like, dude, the fucking heat wave of 24 was some bullshit. I'm pretty sure that was August. I was working in the valley. That shit was like $114 over there, and I was like, what in the fuck is going on for it to be this hot? I've believed in climate change. I don't know if that's a right or a left thing to believe in. I don't know. I'm just somebody that comes to his own conclusions and doesn't let like other things dictate that shit. But the climate has been warming and shit. And one of the homies was like, yeah, like, he's an older dude talking about, yeah, like in the 50s it was snowing in LA and shit. And it's like, well, that's great, but it's warming up. Like, that ain't gonna happen again. And to argue with that, it was like maybe 3 years ago, right? Like 3 years ago, it snowed in IE, it snowed in Rialto and wherever the fuck else, SB or whatever. That was some real. I didn't get to see it firsthand, but just like the homies would post like videos and shit on their stories of like snowflakes and shit, and I was like, this is fucking wild. Like, this is interesting. Like, how the fuck is this even like happening, you know? Just some interesting shit. It's like not even really important, but you know, did we get everything, the drip check and all that shit out of the way? So the heat wave, man, it's just hot as fuck, dude. It's like 80. No. It's like in the 70s right now. It's probably like 73 or something like that. Coming out of work, it's like 73 in LA. So over here it has to be like 74, 75. I don't know. And it's funny because in Ontario, it's very similar to the weather in the valley. When I'm talking about the valley, I'm talking about the San Fernando Valley, We're in the Inland Empire Valley. It's kind of the same shit. You're away from the coast. You're in the fucking between the mountains and all that shit, away from the fresh air. So it's a little different. The weather here is hotter, more humid than LA. LA is kind of like, I would assume if you live in like Long Beach, it's more fresh than if you were like in downtown in the city or some shit like that, or even in East LA, like, you know, whatever, Southgate, Cudahy, fucking Linwood, or that's more like South LA, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, what the fuck was that? Damn. Did y'all hear that? The fuck? What do they call that shit when they backfire? Like the cars when they go fast? I could hear these fools, like, you know, when the fucking exhaust pops off or whatever. That might not be the exhaust. I don't know my shit like that, but I'm just saying, man. It's hot in this fucking bullshit. That's the fucking bottom line. Because Big Surf said so. So we got this. So I told you I wanted to talk about some topics and shit because I haven't really been talking about topics. I haven't been watching wrestling because wrestling is just not like what I'm interested in right now. I did see now like shit about wrestling. I watch like on YouTube. YouTube is like my kryptonite, bro. I'm watching YouTube more than I fucking watch my six. You know what I mean? I'm watching YouTube more than I fucking keep trucha and shit. Let me see. Your data in YouTube. Let me see. General, no. Where do you see your watch times and all that shit? Time management? All right, so today I watched 6 hours and 31. No, today was 6 hours and 31 minutes on YouTube, 20% down from last week. The last 7 days, I've watched almost 45 hours of YouTube. Or I was on you most of the time. Now, you got to think, that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. But you got to think, I'm not just glued to the screen watching YouTube. I'm doing some of that, too. This shit is fucking weird. I got fucking my vampire hunting ass jacket and shit, which is like fucking, you know, it's all up on my face. I don't like that shit. Anyway, right? What was I talking about? YouTube. So I'm like listening to shit on YouTube and all that, and it's 45 hours of like uninterrupted, ad free, whatever, because I'm like paying for the premium, and I don't really watch shit else, you know. It just reminded me I got the Crunchyroll shit I'm probably going to cancel soon. I was watching Cowboy Bebop, but it's like I'm saying, man, like I just shit just doesn't interest me. Like I'll be like going in cycles where like I'll watch Jim Cornette interviews, what's his name? Stevie Richards. It'll either be commentary about wrestling, historical things about wrestling, everything except Raw, SmackDown, like the actual shows. I'll just watch the highlights, like the SmackDown highlights, the Raw highlights, and I don't like that. Like I want to watch every single Raw on Netflix, but I haven't watched, like I think the last Raw on Netflix, I like got 20 minutes of it left. And every single episode after I haven't watched. So I'm already behind like 8-9 episodes already, you know, and I don't know, I kind of don't like it, but at the same time it's like the stories aren't captivating. It's not really good. I watched every single Raw since like WrestleMania 40, and it's kind of sad because I just, for whatever reason, it hasn't hooked me. They have some good shit like with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, but it's like one fucking segment, one little good segment in a story is not gonna hook me. Like this shit gotta be all around good. Like I forgot who was in the main of, like what stories were going on around like WrestleMania 40, but that was like around, you know, the Usos finally getting their big WrestleMania against each other. Like everyone thought that wasn't that good. You know what I mean? Ever since like The Rock came back, it was going somewhere good because it was like, all right, so he came back 2024 and then 2025 and then he left, right? And then 2025 he did some bullshit where he came back like in January. And then people were like, okay, well, he's like a babyface now. Cool. He's a good guy. Like, let's just forget the months and months of this dude being one of the best bad guys. Like, to me, the final boss version of The Rock, I feel like I appreciate it more because I actually lived through it. And it wasn't like Hollywood Rock, corporate Rock, the Brahma Bull in the beginning Rock. You know, it was like this dude has all the money and the power and the believability. Like, The Rock had the potential of being the next Vince McMahon, to where like they could literally make a whole character out of The Rock and literally bring WWE out of like the fucking at that point they were high, but they could have been even more high, and they were already doing that with fucking the storyline with Cody Rhodes. And had they stuck with that dude, they could have done so much. Literally, they were already like on their way to fucking having sold out shows and all that shit. Like, in just think about like if The Rock was all the way through John Cena's retirement, they fumbled that shit so fucking fast. He would have been through the whole maybe helping Randy Orton with the fucking winning his title from Cody Rhodes, which might have been some validity to that Randy winning the title if you know, it was at SummerSlam or whatever the fuck pay-per-view it was. But you get what I mean? It's kind of like they were so fucking high, and literally as they got to this peak, it just fell apart super fast. Like, the ascent was as fast as the downward spiral. Like, you had just a bunch of shit that fumbled. Like, Rock disappeared. You had Travis Scott fucking up WrestleMania and fucking up Cody on the Backlash thing. John Cena's retirement was dog shit. The Randy Orton storyline was dog shit. The CM Punk storyline was not good. Cody Rhodes as the defending champion after WrestleMania, those weren't good fucking stories. The only one, and then Kevin Owens leaving. What is it? The shit with Pat McAfee, and who's the dude? Nick Khan. Just like, this is to me, it's very reminiscent of WCW, where they had it. They had the fucking like world in their hands, and they just let it all fall because of just a compound of mistakes that got them to a very low point. And I feel like that's where we are, where it's just like, well, trying something is better than fucking whatever we're doing now. Like Maxine Dupree becoming a heel, there's some cool shit to that. Literally, Danhausen is, I feel like, the one saving this whole shit, because it's new, it's fresh, but at some point they're gonna milk the fuck out of it and it's gonna become stale. So, like, they're doing a really good job at protecting Danhausen, his whole character, his whole thing, and making sure, like, okay, we're not gonna overexpose him. We're gonna play to his strengths. He's not gonna be really wrestling. It's just gonna be a lot of what he does best. Funny fucking little vignettes or skits, cursing people. You know, he's not wrestling. I think he's only had like one fucking match since he's like debuted. I think he debuted at Survivor Series back in November or whatever. And they're just doing a really good job at keeping him like consistent. Consistency is key. One of my biggest pet peeves is that they completely fucked over Jacob Fatu's complete just like aura, enigma, character. When he came out, he destroyed the WWE champion. For those who don't know, SmackDown was like at one point heads up with Raw at being like, I feel like during WrestleMania, around WrestleMania 40, Raw and SmackDown, you had to watch both. Like, you couldn't have watched just Raw and been like, okay, fuck SmackDown. You had to watch both because you didn't know if Roman was gonna be on Raw or SmackDown, and then it just like it didn't matter. You had to watch both. You know, granted, I might have not watched both shows. Like, I think SmackDown was still on the CW. I still wasn't watching it, and then Raw was on USA still. So I wasn't watching the full episodes. I was just watching the segments, and because I'm not gonna watch TV, so that's a dud. But Jacob Fatu, when he came out, he was the fucking Samoan werewolf. He's fucking killing everybody. Nobody can stop this motherfucker. Somewhere around the Solo Sikoa feud, they started like humanizing him, which is like the antithesis of his whole fucking character. The whole point of this guy is he's crazy. He's fucking, who is this fool? You know what I mean? I get if we're going to start humanizing him years later. Like, but you gotta build him up to the point where it's like we have nowhere else to go. Like, had they built his character up to he done fucking ran over everybody, won the title 3 fucking times over. He's been a tag champ, a disc champ. He's got all the championships. He's fucking smoked everybody, right? Start humanizing him when somebody new comes out and challenges him so you could fucking build that guy up, right? But no, we gotta fucking just, you know what? This guy that you know, he's not the guy you thought this whole time. Why? Because he's gonna fucking lose easy and start getting beat by all these fucking like dudes he was just fucking up. And it's like, where did these guys finally get the balls to stand up to Jacob Fatu? And that was my boy right there. I was watching Raw like fucking kick this fool's ass. Just shut him the fuck up. Go fucking, you know what I mean, Old Town all over this motherfucker. Stomp his ass in, throw him out of the ring. Give him the fucking, you know, what's that, the moonsault or whatever that shit is, 40 fucking times. Put him the fuck away. Tell his mama good night, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those things where I was super hyped up. Then he kind of like, he got hurt, then he went away for a while, then he came back. And then there was the whole storyline with Roman Reigns. I was so hyped up for this because it could have went so many different ways. We could have had some shit where it was like the OG bloodline versus Jacob Fatu's bloodline, or maybe Jacob Fatu going heads up against this new bloodline faction. And here's the thing, they're kind of half-assing with it. It's like, oh, we're the bloodline, but it ain't like before. But like it still is. Makes no sense. And it's just, I feel like Jacob Fatu has no business being in the bloodline. He shouldn't be in the bloodline. Why is he in the bloodline? I get that they're fucking cousins and their family and they all grew up on the same island eating fucking coconuts and all that shit. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, I get it. They're family. Their fucking blood is thicker than water and they're cousins and hip hip hooray, right? That's great. But my whole point is, like, this dude should have been like Stone Cold, where he's like, fuck you. Fuck everybody. I'm going after what I want, and none of y'all could stop me. But no, they had to let Roman beat this dude. Like, can't nobody beat Roman? Cody's the only one over here that's fucking willingly losing. But we got this dude, Roman Reigns, over here. He wants to be champion for 4,932 fucking years. And it's like, why? We did that before. We did that. Why the fuck can't we get some good shit around here? Why do we got to revert back to the same old shit? We did this years ago. You know what it's starting to sound like? The NWO. Why? Because when they first came out, they were hot as fish grease. By 98, 99, that shit was out the window. NWO stood for like No Way Jose or some shit like that. Like, it was like not even fucking, like the NWO was like, who the fuck, who cares about these Levi's? In the beginning, they were smoking. Why? Because they kept it consistent and they protected it. It was Hogan, Hall, and Nash. Had they just added one, max two people in the entire 90s Attitude Era, they would have went a lot further. But no, they wanted every Tom, Dick, and Harry to join. John Jangle, Jingle, Schmidt, whoever the fuck you say that shit. They wanted everybody in the NWO to the point where it was like, okay, I'm confused here. Who's not in it? Because it's like everybody's in it. Bro, Macho Man, Lex Luger, Diamond Dallas Page, Sting. Everybody except like Rey Mysterio and Ric Flair were in the NWO. And then the LWO was basically like a Spanish version of that, which was cool. It was good. But that shit, like, it grew wings and flew the fuck away fast instead of flying to the heavens, you know what I mean? Like, that was some good shit like Eddie was doing. You know, you had Psychosis, Eddie, I don't think Dean Malenko was in it. Juventud was in it, right? There was just like a couple of dudes, right? But it was basically all the luchadors in WCW, Conan minus fucking Rey Mysterio, which is fine. But how does this relate to the Bloodline? Because that shit got old and stale fast. The Bloodline took us out of COVID, and it should be getting us into some other shit. Something else. The Vision. Same fucking pattern. They built this really great point in WrestleMania 41 with Seth Rollins turning heel. The problem was he kept the same fucking character. He's fucking all this bullshit, right? His character is the same fucking guy. He was why do I care if he's a bad guy now? He's the same fucking dude I was just cheering for 2 months ago when he fucking wasn't the champion or whatever the fuck. He's with Paul Heyman. The only good thing that was cooking right there, they got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And that shit was another thing where I was like, this, now we have somebody to finally chip off Roman Reigns. Oh my God, they fumbled Braun Breaker too. That was my boy. My boys were Jacob Fatu, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. And literally within a couple months, they fucked that whole shit up. They added Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Those dudes look like fucking the tag team champions of the fucking Women's of Wrestling fucking alliance or whatever the fuck. You know, they're making them look like fucking sissies. And it makes no sense to me. Like, when I watch wrestling, man, I don't give a fuck about the matches. I'd rather watch a lackluster match with a phenomenal story than a phenomenal match with a lackluster story. Point being, WrestleMania 18, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. That match isn't that good. When you look at it, it's just like, okay, this is just, it's like a fucking 2-star match, but the storytelling behind it, the history. You got The Rock, who's like, right before he's on top of the world before he leaves. Hulk Hogan, he comes back, he's a fucking legend. These motherfuckers put on a great story, and they flipped it. Hulk Hogan was supposed to be the bad guy, he's a good guy. Vice versa with The Rock. So by the time they end the match, it's like probably one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. And Hulk, I feel like if we're talking about the greatest WWE matches of all time, I definitely got 2 for Hulk. It's him versus Andre, him versus The Rock. I can't remember. I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan like that. I know what he means to the culture. Obviously, it's fucking Hulk Hogan, bro. Like, but as far as like, I'm not a super Hulk Hogan fan. There's a lot better wrestlers and literally, like, he's one of the worst wrestlers. If you want to be technical and all that other shit, he's at the bottom. Ric Flair, the same thing. They do the same shit. You know, Hogan's gonna do the hulking up, the leg drop, the fucking with the big boot. Those are his 3 moves. John Cena, the same thing. Ric Flair, the same thing. But if we're gonna go back to like Jacob Fatu, I'm so disappointed. He's just like the lapdog of Roman Reigns, and he shouldn't. And when they talk about the wolf is the wolf has been domesticated or something, I said, dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit already. Like, why am I even watching wrestling? You know, it makes no fucking sense. It's so disappointing because my pops was just telling me, WrestleMania is gonna be in Inglewood at the Forum or whatever the fuck, Monday. I said, yeah, number one, the fucking prices of the tickets are double from where they were last year when we went to the Honda Center. Number one. And number fucking two, wrestling's not good right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck WWE is doing. Those fools better give me a reason to stay. And, like, why the fuck I should come back and watch the wrestling shit. Why? Why do I care? Show me a reason. Give me some good fucking reasons. Is The Rock gonna return? A good, like, here's the way they could do it. They could do it 1,000 different ways. Let's say The Rock would come back, and Jacob Fatu would be like, well, why the fuck are we with this clown? He ain't even family. And then that could start some old shit. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Anybody with fucking half a brain could come up with some better shit than whatever the fuck's going on in WWE. It seems like they're worried about everything but their actual fucking shows. You know, and this other thing, they're doing great. Nick Aldis versus Gunther. Thank you. Finally. We've had shit people wanted for years that they're finally dishing out. You know why it's working? Because of none of this other shit is. Wow. I guarantee you, if they had better stories for Cody, Roman, Seth, Jacob, Solo, LA Knight, that Nick Aldis shit would be way at the bottom. But no, WWE is just fucking doing some bullshit, and I've spent too much time talking about this. So, I got some more shirts made. I got this Carolina blue tee to match the Carolina Jordan 5s. This is the Invincible Somos Leones tee. And then we have the Itadakimasu in green. This drop was from 2025 or some shit like that. I don't know. I forgot. I have, trust me, I'm super behind on all my drops, like, from last year. And I know, and I'm sorry, but you know what, man? This shit costs money. And you know what? Whatever, right? So I think to make it up to everybody, I'm going to just give out stickers. I'm going to be selling stickers. Don't quote me on that. I got so many fucking ideas. I always hit up Migs and I tell him my ideas. And then we go from there, right? So if anybody would like, I have... God damn, man. The fucking chair over here is fucking up the cord. If anybody would like, I got smalls. I got every size. Small to 2X. And if not, place your order in with me. I always got you, you know. Anybody that wants to give me some business, you know, I got y'all and shit. Like, fucking... Let me see. Let me move this shit back real quick. Real quick, dog. Gotta get some water. I'm fucking thirsty. I've been talking my ass off for shit. Why is this open? I don't like that this is open. Who put this here? I don't like that. This is going somewhere else. So as you could clearly tell, we have shit going on over here. What's going on over here? Great question nobody asked. So in this pool, we have 16 of our fish. They're all males, at least from the looks of it right now. They're all males for now because it takes, I don't know, like 3 to 5 years for us to figure out if they're females. And then in this one, this is a tank that just has the mama Hera in the in this little tank pond, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? We're in a heat wave, so it's a good idea that we got shade. Y'all just reminded me that I gotta ask my pops. We have our pond, right? It's 600 gallons. It was 600 gallons. She's gonna be a 1,500 now, so we really gotta get some fucking fake ass owls and CO2 pistols just to get the storks the fuck up out of here. You know, we had like this stork that would come. Have you ever seen how big a fucking stork is? Those bitches are big as fuck, dog. You see them bitches, like when they standing right there and when they look at you, they're looking at you like, I don't give a fuck who you are. these fishes are my lunch. And I'm looking at this motherfucker like, I will smoke you, bruh. I will shoot you in the fucking face and I'll turn you into barbecue chicken wings real quick, bro. Like, don't fuck with my fish. This fish is like family and shit. I was at, shout out to Mr. Koi Fish. It's in Upland, right? I kind of didn't want to say whatever, right? But that's where I go to get, like, shit. Whenever. So, over there, what is it? What was my point all this shit? Oh, was over there. I was getting some shit for the pond. I got, like, shit for the pond, right? And so, I was telling them, like, you know, I got 17 fish, and my mom wants another one. And is 1,500 gallons enough? And he's like, no, that's way too fucking, no. Like, that's not. Give y'all a good rule of thumb. It's one female for 1,000 gallons. We have one female plus 16 other males, or at least 16 other fish. And I can't determine how old the other ones are. It's just fucking, I don't know. It's just a mix of them. Most of them are around 3 to 5 years. And then, actually maybe, no. Hera has to be at least 15 years old. Then her babies, the Apollo twins, I call them, till I name them, they have to be like fucking 10 years. And then there's at least 2 in there that I know for sure are like Hera's age, and they're males. But then when we got Kratos and Hades, they had no problem fucking busting off and making new babies. And I thought Hera was dying. Remember, did I tell y'all in the last episode where I thought she had dropsy and shit? Well, it turns out that they think she's pregnant and she needs to lay her eggs. So it was kind of not good that we put them in fucking... we separated her, we quarantined her, but we didn't know the whole shit, right? She's just really pregnant, and she's due for her to lay her eggs. So I bought I think I bought hyacinth or flowers and all that. This fucking guy did not even listen to me, but I told him I wanted like four water lettuces, and like 4 fucking hyacinth. And he gave me like 8 hyacinth. That's great. You're a fucking retard. It's all right. You don't know what the fuck you're doing or what I'm asking. Or maybe I'm dumb as fuck and I need to check out the flowers again. But from what it looks like and from the looks of things, they're different. Okay, so I'm dumb as fuck. Because some of them shits, maybe they're water lily. They kind of look like this. They're like crown. And the other ones kind of look all like wavy and shit. Like vines and all that shit. But yeah, so that's what's going on over here. We got like the pond, you know, shout out to my tío. He came with my cousins and they're digging this shit up. I guess what they're trying to say is they're trying to finish it by tomorrow. And I won't be here to see it because I think I'll be working overtime. And you know what? Let me text my coworker. I just got a text from who? Yes. From my coworker. Wow. Right when I was going to text you. Thank you. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I see what we got going on. See what we working with. All right. Let me see. You know what's funny? Like trying to look at people's handwriting and shit. Anyway. Yeah. Where we at? I had some more shit to talk about. I'm sorry, y'all. Got distracted. Yeah, so got some things for the pond. My mom wanted a fish. She's not gonna get one. And yeah, man, I have all this shit, but it doesn't even matter. Jordans are tanking in value, thank God. The Sport Blue 3s look really fucking good. I love this colorway. They dropped in price, but they went up a little bit. They were down like to 184, I think, and they went up to 191. They're gonna go down again though. Toro Bravo, same thing. They're holding at 185, which is good. I'll probably get some later. I don't think I'm gonna get another pair of shoes this check. Because Presley's gonna get his teeth clean next week. The Jordan 4 Lakers went up. They were down to like 180. They went up to 219. That's crazy. Let's see what else. White cement 4s. Look at that. How much? 240 in my size. Okay. So they're around retail. Dude, the 13 Flints are 200 right now, which is crazy. That's insane. Yeah, like I love sneakers, but like I said, man, it's I'm not gonna be like gung ho with them like how I was. There's not really good sneakers coming out in August. There's like some Kobe's that look cool, but I'm probably not gonna get the 13s. I'm gonna wait till they drop. So August is really looking like I'm not gonna get anything. The only thing that I saw that caught my attention was at the end of the month they have the Air Max 1000s, but I'm probably not gonna hit on them, especially since they're half sizes. Who knows? I could probably get away with getting a 13, but I'm probably not gonna get those. The Oreo 6s, I don't know when they're coming out. But yeah. So Jordans is just like the value's tanking, and I like it. It took like kind of a while for me to. It took a while for me to understand like the game and shit. But once you buy enough sneakers, you're like, okay, I shouldn't have paid full retail price. I wish I lived in Chicago or fucking something like that, where the culture is like a lot bigger, like people are really into the sneakers. Because I would have, had like more sneakers at like less price, like at a lower price. You know what I mean? But here in Cali, it's like once the shoes are gone, they're gone. Like they're not gonna get restocked, you know, and they're not gonna be on the outlet, especially like not in my size. Literally, I went to get like my work boots, and I bought the last 11 and a half, and like these one like Timbs I got. And I forever love Timberlands, bro. Like they're just awesome, classic, you know, work fucking blue collar fucking, but I'll still smack the shit out of you and break a bottle and stab you type of vibe to them, you know. Like you could put a 32, you could put a 2/5 in the fucking boot and people won't know. That's such like Tim's is such a fucking awesome shoe. I love New Balance, but I'm not really wearing them. I'm wearing my J's. But I'm trying to keep a clean rotation. Like I'll throw an Air Max in, I'll throw a fucking Jordan in, I'll throw an Air Tech Challenge in them shits. Oh no, Diamond Surf, not the Air Tech. The only Air Tech Challenge 2, the only pair that I have, they're cool. But like literally, I could buy a pair, the same pair I bought for like $200. I could buy right now for $70, and that's the shit that I'm talking about. It's kind of like, I think I'm a hold. Like I'm probably gonna do what I did with the Ivory Snake Force ones. I waited until they were low. They were dipping up and down. They were going up and down. They were like, you know, fucking, they'd be like at a fucking, you know, had like a 150. They dropped down to like a 120, then go up to a 140 until I seen them go. The lowest I think I ever seen them go down to was like a 110. But once they went to like 117, that's when I got them. I was like, all right, fuck it. Like right there, boom. And if I were to look at them now, they are at, let me see, Ivory Snakes. How do you get enshrined from snake? I didn't even know enshrine was a fucking word. They're 146. Wait, what the fuck? This is women's. What the fuck? Why are they in women's sizes? They're 145, right? I love those. Those are fucking awesome. But anyway, the message of the day, bro, is double check. whatever you do, just double check that shit. You know, if you think someone's a bitch, double check that shit. Are they really a bitch or are they really not a bitch? There was somebody at work, fucking, the fucking fish are playing over here. That's cool. There was somebody at work, like, you know, you be getting in them thoughts and like, oh man, all these fools are out to get me and all this shit. But like, double check that shit. Like, are these fools like really against you, or like, is that just a story you made up in your head? And I told one of the homies, I look. Listen, I've been mad at you for a couple of days, and to show you that I ain't mad at you for some stupid shit you said, I want to shake your hand so we may bury the hatchet and have some more respect. And he was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Yeah, you call me like a bitch like a bunch of times in front of everybody." He was like, "Well, fucking like, why you being sensitive and shit?" I was like, "Why am I being sensitive? You call me a bitch in front of everybody, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, we at work, bro. Like, of course I ain't gonna do or say nothing at work. You know?" And he's like, "Well, what about this shit you said?" I was like, "What'd I say?" And he's like, "What about that one shit?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, I forgot about that shit." "Oh, all of a sudden you forget?" And I was like, "Well, what? What the fuck?" I was like, "So just because I said that one thing, you gonna call me a bitch in front of everybody? Like, what the fuck?" So I don't know, man. My whole point is, like, double check. I made a whole scenario in my head, and it wasn't even really, like, what was the truth. You get what I mean? So double check. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.